Welcome to the first edition of this month, September, the Faith, Family, and Football podcast with Dr. Ralph Corner. And today, like always, we will discuss sports and then we get back into theological matters. That is the way we will do it. And today we are discussing some very crucial and important subjects, which will be very interesting for keen observers and seekers of the Word of God and seekers of the God of Israel. So welcome, Dr. Ralph. Today, this is the first session in the month of September. How are you and how has it been for you?
Well, it's been good. September is always the start of a new semester. So I'm at Taylor Seminary in Edmonton, Alberta. And as you know, we're part of a consortium of seminaries called Kairos University. So things ramp up in September, and it's been a good start. I'm teaching a course on social issues and biblical interpretation. It's looking at issues like women in ministry, issues like hell and heaven, divine violence in the Old Testament, same-sex question, church and politics, those kinds of things that we need to negotiate within our cultures and have a ready answer, as Paul says. So yeah, it's been a good start. Looking forward to a great semester as it unfolds, aside from my mentoring of students.
Beautiful. I like that the course that you're teaching. We need to talk after this. Well, let's get into our session for today. We are into the sports segment, and today, as you all can see, I'm actually proudly Zambian. I'm wearing my Zambian jersey, and so over the weekend, I was in Zambia. I traveled and I was attending a wedding, my sister's wedding. I even came back with my wife. My wife was in Zambia for some months. So I'm actually excited. This is an exciting season for me and for my family. And of course, it was very awesome going back home. I mean, weddings are they pull people together. So I met like 99% of my family, which was so wonderful. And it felt just so good to reconnect. And and I thought, why not grab something from my country, something that will represent my heritage. I know I live in South Africa, but this remains my heritage, Zambian, and I'm proud of it. So yes, this is our Copa jersey, which is our official jersey. You know, Zambia is known for its Copa. So one of our jerseys, actually the main jersey is a Copa jersey. So I thought I should just come clad in our very own Copa jersey and be proud of it. We have one star here. We won one Africa Cup of Nations and so proud of that. So I don't know if you have any questions about Zambia, Dr. Ralph, that I could just help you and our viewers.
Yeah, why don't you give us a sense of who are some of the, you might say more well-known Zambian players in the international soccer scene, male and female?
Yeah, so the well-known for today, actually, it's female, which is very strange because Zambian female soccer is probably less than 10 years old, at least as an organized entity. But in this same few years, we boast of two most expensive players globally, being Zambian. One was bought from, I think, was Madrid, Real Madrid for women, to go to AFC. Her name is Rachel Kundananji. She is currently the most expensive female player globally. And the second one was bought from China, actually, Barbara Banda, to go to Orlando Pride. She was the second most expensive goal scorer, most expensive player on globally. And she's a prolific goal scorer, actually. She has the highest numbers of hat-tricks at the Olympics. Wow. So she just does hat-tricks. The last Olympics, she did 2 hat-tricks, and this Olympics, she did 1 hat-trick. So she does hat-tricks and hat-tricks and hat. She's such a, they both play in the American National Women's Soccer League. And Barbara Banda, just before they went on the season's break, she was actually a joint top scorer. And she's actually very prolific, a very good player. People have been touting her for Ballon d'Or for this year. I don't know if that will work, but that's one. But on the male side, some of our great players is Kalusha Wadia. Kalusha Wadia played in Netherlands somewhere in the 80s and 90s, and they also played in Mexico. I think he finished his career in Mexico after his prime in Netherlands. He played for Ajax, Amsterdam, and he also played for PSV Eindhoven. So he played for and that time those were like big teams. So he was
Yeah, Ajax was huge in those days.
yeah, quite a big star in those days. And so that is like a big player. Then for now we have a Patson Daka. He plays for Leicester City in the English Premier League. He's quite known. Locally, we had our main man Tofo Collins Mbesuma. This guy was a Bauji, big body, but prolific goal scorer. Like prolific goal scorer. So he played in South African League. I think he's been out of soccer for almost 8 years, and no one has managed to beat his record. So of goals scored.
Yeah.
He had a bit of a little stint in England. He played for Portsmouth, but I think his weight did not support his career in England, and he had to come back. And from then, he didn't recover to go back to the levels that he was before he went to England. So those are some of the players, and there's one mythical player. I think his name is should be Alex Chola or. Forgotten the name of this guy, but this guy, they said he scored 107 goals in one season. So meaning he's better than Messi, better than anyone.
Yeah.
But I think FIFA and the Zambian FAS, they are still arguing. I don't know where they're at. Because the Zambian FAS want this guy to be acknowledged to be the highest goal scorer of all times. But then FIFA is still pushing back. But yeah, so Zambia is a very footballing nation. If I don't know if you know that, but in 1993, we lost the whole national soccer team out of a plane crash.
Oh, yeah, I remember a plane crash wiped out a whole national team, and I just couldn't remember the country. That was Zambia.
Yeah, in Gabon. That was Zambia, yeah.
Huh.
And then the following year, they scrambled the team together and we went to reach the finals.
Amazing.
So there's talent, there's excitement about soccer, but the last couple of years it's been bad because of internal politics. Yeah, so that's roughly what Zambia is about.
Okay. Well, it definitely gives me a much better appreciation and understanding of just the deep roots and the very internationally renowned fruits, so to speak, of the Zambian, pride in their footballing heritage. It's wonderful, especially male and female side, to see success on both sides is really impressive.
Yeah, and also the development part. Our under-17 is actually participating in this year's World Cup. So that's female development team and female team under-17. Zambia has been represented at the World Cup. I think should be somewhere in South America, I think. So there's, there's a lot of work towards that.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Maybe someday they'll be as good as Canada.
Yeah.
Just had to put that dig in there.
Like I'm good at German, maybe. Yeah, maybe they will. Yeah. So I see today, Dr. Ralph, you are in a red jersey.
I am.
German talent. I don't know if German has a red jersey, but I see they have a black one and the white one. And I know German jerseys looks in a certain way. What jersey do you have? I can't see it nicely.
So this is.
There we go. There we go.
Liverpool.
Okay. So what about Liverpool?
Well, my allegiances with club teams generally lies with a German connection. And so, of
Okay.
course, for the German Bundesliga, my favorite team is Bayern Munich, same color as
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Hmm.
But in the Premier League, English Premier League, my allegiances went to the teams that had German either star players or coaches. So I like Arsenal because at the time they had some key German players, and
Hmm.
which they don't anymore. Mesut Ozil was
Yeah.
one of them back then.
Hmm.
And I still like Arsenal as a result. But Liverpool, because of Jurgen Klopp, the German coach,
Yeah.
is
Hmm.
who I gravitated towards. And so I've always loved Liverpool. And of course, I love his style of soccer where it's a high energy,
Mm.
high
Yeah.
press, and just a real attacking mentality kind of a soccer. But I thought I'd wear Liverpool today just because of the change in coach. So now we have a Dutch coach, Arne Slot.
Yeah.
And of course, he
Hmm.
has huge shoes to fill with Jurgen Klopp, but his team has succeeded immensely and actually set records in terms of now, let me think here. Is it because they've gone first 4 or 3 games without conceding a goal and winning? That's the best start since 1993, I think, of a team. So
Wow.
he's really succeeded in that level. And of course, it's come against some top competitive teams. For example, Manchester United, which I know is, an arrow to your heart, but they beat them 3-0 just recently, totally dominated, and it just demonstrates that they're hungry and ready. I mean, last season it was so close between Manchester City and Arsenal, and then Liverpool
Hmm.
third. I mean, you lose one game in the season, and that may put you out of the final
Yeah. Yeah.
top. It's astounding the parity of the league and the competitiveness. So, yeah, I thought I'd just put a shout out to Liverpool and say, go Liverpool, but don't beat Bayern Munich if you ever meet them in Champions League.
Uh, never walk alone. You know, hope springs eternal.
There we go for Manchester United, right?
That's Manchester. We are trusting the Lord for another Ferguson spirit
I'm sure he answers those kind of prayers.
to take us back into the glory days.
Yeah. Hey, that sounds just like the
Wow.
church, hey? The church is going, you God, take us back to the glory days. He says, they were good, they are gone. This is new. Be you. That was very poetic, wasn't it?
Very, very. I mean, I didn't read the whole article, but I saw is it Ten Hag, um, the coach for Manchester
Yeah.
United. No, his job is secure. He won't be fired. He's been him, and being him means not being Sir Alex Ferguson. And we are good with that. What we are not good with is losing, especially losing to teams like Liverpool, Arsenal,
Yeah.
Man City. When we lose to a small team, it's fine. It's painful, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, those ones were not supposed to lose.
Exactly.
Yeah, Tottenham and I mean, their teams are just not supposed to lose to because whether we are doing good or bad, we just need to beat those teams
Yeah.
for the sake of legacy because that's all we are left with.
Yeah.
We know getting the cup, winning the league is difficult, but at least we need to beat some of these big teams.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the only way they can assess how close they are to parity, right?
Yeah,
You beat a little
yeah,
team while it happens, but if you can never beat the big teams, well, it says you're not good enough to be a big team. And
yeah,
so there's all that
yeah,
psychological pressure
yeah.
involved in that. Yeah.
Yeah. But we've last season we tried our best in big teams. We really and I think it's just something psychological when you meet a big team. It's like we fight hard.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what happened this time around, but well, we still remain manual. We still remain. Yeah, we still remain manual. I remember the manual of the 1990s. Was it 99, 98, 99? They had these twin strikers, Andy Cole and Dwight York. Do you remember
So
these guys?
Andy Cole, and was that Solskjaer? 99 is when they beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League
Okay,
final. They
the
came back.
final.
Came
When
back from 1-0 down with like 3
yes,
minutes left, and they scored 2 goals
yes,
in extra time. I was devastated. I could not believe it. That was Solskjaer who scored the winner.
you had this Ghanaian defender Kufo. The brother cried.
Oh, really?
The brother cried because Bayern had already won that match. It was a done deal.
Yeah.
But Manu came from the back. That's a Manu we still reminisce about.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. 25 years ago. Just remember, that's a silver anniversary, you know. What have they done since?
Oh, hope springs eternal.
There we
What
go.
was coming?
Yeah.
So we'll get there again. We'll get there.
Okay.
We just
Okay.
trust in the Lord for a Sir Alex Ferguson spirit.
There we go. I'll leave you to
Yeah.
your delusions.
Well, we will do our revenge with Bayern Munich. Just wait for us until we get back to the Champions League, which is
All
very
right.
difficult someday. All right, so thank you, sir. We are gonna close the sports session. It's
Okay.
always wonderful talking about these things that are so innocent. Sports is so innocent, so part of the kingdom, so part of clean and pure entertainment. I love
Yeah.
soccer for that reason. Thank
Amen.
you.
Amen to that.
Bye.
Okay.